Hi, I'm Steve Speck, the owner and designer here at Exo Mtn Gear. In this video of Why Do We series, it's really why do we recommend not buying the 7200. So this is our 7200 bag. Obviously everything goes on our K4 frame, which the frame comes in 5 belt sizes, 4 different frame heights. Like we really spend a lot of time in design, making sure that the frame fits the widest range of people possible. And then we do 4 bag sizes. One of them is the 7200. I have a tough time designing a bag this big because I think there's very few people who actually need it. Yes, it's only a couple ounce weight penalty over 5,000, and there's this very common attitude saying out there of like, why not have a bigger bag? Bigger is better. Have the capacity. You can't make a bag bigger. You can only make it smaller. Like all those are kind of true, but at the end of the day, the biggest and most important to me is weight distribution. Very few people are actually going to fill up an entire 7200, and the pack's going to be mainly empty most of the time, or say 50% full. And in that case, if all the weight, if you're not being very good about compressing the pack up, cinching up the bottom, cinching up the straps, if all the weight is sitting in the bottom half of the pack's just not going to perform as well as it possibly could. If you take 40 pounds and put it down here in the bottom, or take 40 pounds and distribute it vertically through the frame, at the end of a long day of hunting, the pack is going to feel significantly different with that weight distributed all the way up and down the frame versus sitting in the bottom. And that's just one of the reasons I don't like the big 7200 bag for most people. There certainly are guys, there's hunts, there's late season hunts, there's 14-day hunts in Alaska where because of the amount of food that you have to take on those, you do need the bigger bag, potentially really cold temps where you've got like bulkier down, a 0 degree down quilt or sleeping bag, puffy pants, heavier puffy jacket, things like that do take up space. Obviously, if you're taking kids and things like that, backpacking on summer trips or hunting trips, you need to pack some of their gear, so that's a consideration. But for the average guy hunting in the lower 48, never doing more than a week, I think the 5000 is the perfect fit for that. I want people to understand their gear, know what they're packing, and just buy the bag size according to what they're doing, not, oh, I think in 3 or 4 years I'm going to do this long hunt, therefore I'm going to buy the bigger bag, just because I think you're going to have a better experience with the pack if you don't have that big bag on 99% of those hunts. We do design everything. We go through great lengths in design so that all of our packs are super versatile. So if you do have the 7200, yes, you can compress it up. Yes, you can day hunt with it. You just got to be more mindful of it. So if you're dead set on getting the bigger bag, just understand how important load distribution is, and that if I'm not running the pack at its full capacity, I want to be compressing up the sides as much as possible. Like load the pack when it's laying flat on the ground, get the weight distributed all across it, cinch up your straps. If you kind of loaded it when it was vertical and everything just fell to the bottom, you'd have a tougher time with that weight distribution. And for us, it's all, the bags are nice, but everything's about the frame and the performance of the frame. That's what's like in contact with your body, doing all the work all day long. And I just want that to be as comfortable as possible for you. There's also the, if I have space, I tend to pack it mentality, which a lot of people fall into that trap. So if you're kind of running out of space, which I think is a good thing, you're going to be more critical of what you're packing, the gear you're taking with you. On hunts where camp is on your back all day long, weight really matters. If you're just going in, hiking 3, 4, 5 miles in, setting up a base camp, dropping all your gear, not as big of a deal. Most of us here at Exo Mtn Gear have kind of evolved into hunting with camp on the back all day long, find it's a much better way to hunt. And in that case, every 8 ounces does matter. It's going to add to more fatigue at the end of the day. So being mindful of that, keeping your pack as light as possible, I think really attributes to having a more successful, more enjoyable hunt. That's why, one of the many reasons why I like having a smaller bag. It's going to force you to be a little bit more critical of your gear. So hope some of that's informative for you. We got lots more information and videos on the website at exomtngear.com. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to us, support@exomtngear, or just give us a call. Thank you.